Slab construction errors and omissions. What are the main issues you found? What are the main issues you find in construction of slabs? Formwork fixing, reinforcement tying, how to crank the reinforcement, how to place the reinforcement. There are many issues we find with the construction of slabs. Today we are concentrating on the medium rise building construction. I am Prasad from Structural Guide. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. You may get the notification on new videos. Type of errors. Before doing the concreting of the slabs, we have to correct all the errors. During the construction, during concrete pouring, you can't do anything. Therefore, let's see what are the areas we need to pay the attention. Formwork fixing. As you can see here, the site formwork has fixed with some binding wires. So as you observe there, these binding bars are very flexible. You see, it's very flexible. Now when the load is applied, this will move in this direction, and also this fixed point could move because this fixes the formwork, but you can see here this could be, when it tightens there will be movement in this direction, then the formwork will be moved, and also this joint could deform, and with that also there will be a movement in the formwork. And also you can see here they have fixed it in a regular spacing, but if something wrong in one place, as they have fixed this with the nail, this whole thing will be collapsing. Therefore it is suggested, it is recommended to use side support rather than using these kind of temporary things. Note of reinforcement. As you can see here, the slabs which is ready for concreting, all the insulations, that is for conduiting, everything has done except the cleaning. But as you can see here very clearly, no top reinforcement is provided, only the bottom reinforcement is there. So in a slab at the support, there should be top reinforcement. You can't avoid that. There will be a failure in the slabs because there is no reinforcement to carry the hogging moment due to fear. This could lead to a structural failure. Therefore, we have to keep in mind to place the top reinforcement every support of a slab. Wherever you support the slab, there should be a top reinforcement, except it is a simply supported slab. Here you can see a continuous slab. In this continuous slab, you can see there are two U-bars are provided. Is this required? No. You don't want to provide the U-bars there, because since this is at the same level, you can continue this bar like this. You can put the reinforcement bar continuously. You don't want to, you need not to provide U bars like this. This also kind of a construction error that has been made by the contractor. Can you see the column? Now this, as you can observe there, fresh concrete is there. Column has not been chipped, and also the height between column and the formwork, you can see there, the formwork is lower than the existing concrete column. The concrete column should have chipped at least up to the formwork level. As you can see here, they have bent the reinforcement bar to take it into the column. This is an incorrect practice. It is advisable to have the column at least at the formwork level, and there are several errors in this area. As I can show previously, here you can see small nail is used to fix this formwork. So if this nail is loosened, this will collapse. Therefore, we have to follow the correct and standard construction practices. Can you see the shape of the U-bar? It is not a properly bended U-bar. It's like V shape. Okay, if you have, here you can see the height. So there at the support also we should have the same height. If they done it correctly, this should be go up like this, and this should go like this. This is the way. Same height here, the same height should be here. Because of this incorrectly tied U-bar, they have get the shape like this. This is due to the incorrect height they have considered when you bend the U-bar there. So therefore, the contract has not correctly placed this, and also this is not the correct way of doing it. So you have to follow the correct norms, and bending radius on all these positions you have to maintain according to the specific, according to that particular guideline. Can we use this reinforcement for construction? As you can see very clearly, rust has formed in the concrete. So these rust has to be removed before pouring the concrete. Otherwise, there will be a debonding between the concrete and the reinforcement. The bond between reinforcement and concrete will be weakened. Therefore, we have to make sure before we have to make sure the reinforcement are well clean and there's no rust in the reinforcement surface. Conduit arrangement. As you can see here, they have put a lot of conduit at very closely. So this could lead to weakening the concrete, and also this could lead to form honeycombs. As you can see here at the beam also there are a lot of conduits. This could reduce the strength of the concrete also. It is recommended to space this conduit at a regular spacing and with allowing certain gap to concrete to pour. In addition, as you can see there, the reinforcement, bottom reinforcement pass has bended. So this is incorrect practice. So if you can't bend the reinforcement like this in the mid of the slab. So this could lead to a structural failure, because when the tension is applied, this bar will be straightened like this. Then there will be a excessive deflection and cracking in the slab. This could even lead to a structural failure. As you can see here, what they have done is improper or incorrect. That you can see the bending of the reinforcement. At the lab, they have bent the reinforcement like this. This is not correct way of doing. They should have cranked the reinforcement as per the standard practice. So they could use the cranking of reinforcement, otherwise there will be an issue. You have to crank the reinforcement rather having sharp bends. This could lead to yielding of the reinforcement, and also if you bend reinforcement like this, there will be a cracks in the concrete if you bend it excessively. If you bend reinforcement like this, there could be yielding, and also it could not be able to carry any load, because when the load say apply, this could try to straighten. With that, the load carrying capacity of this beam will be reduced. And also, as you can see here, there is no shear link close to the support. So contractor has not provided the shear link close to the support. Therefore, during the inspection we have to make sure these are provided. And also, as you can see here in this slab, they have not provided the top reinforcement here. So contract has not properly done the construction of this slab. It's very clear. You can see here only two top reinforcement bars there and one there. There's no top reinforcement other than that. So they have provided the, it's very clear they have not followed the design correctly, or they have not done correct they have not taken correct advice during this construction. This kind of a things could fail the structure, especially cantilevers. If when we construct a cantilever, we have to keep in mind to provide the top reinforcement, because top reinforcement is the major element that carry the load of the cantilever. Therefore, definitely you have to keep in mind to provide the top reinforcement or for cantilever. You could avoid the bottom reinforcement, but you never avoid the top reinforcement. If you avoid the bottom reinforcement, there could be durability issues, but if you avoid the top reinforcement, there's a possibility of collapse in the structure. Another issue in the construction of slabs, you can see here the improper bending. So the improper cranking or reinforcement. Instead of cranking reinforcement within the beam, they have bent the reinforcement there at the edge of the beam. These kind of a bends also are not acceptable, and the sharp bending radius could yield the reinforcement. In addition, when the loads are applied, this reinforcement bar could straighten, and it could not carry any load, apply any tensile stress applied from the structure. So therefore we have to be very careful. It could straighten like this, and it won't carry the tensile stress. So with that there could be a issue in the structure. Therefore we have to be very careful, and we have to follow the structural drawings correctly during the construction. Or else, if you don't have a structure drawing, it is advisable to get an advisable from a suitable person before the construction. In this figure there are two errors. You can see here they have not provided the reinforcement, or they have not provided the shear links for the beam. Here there is no shear links for the beam, especially when you have a secondary beam supported on the primary beams. You have to provide the additional links as a hanger reinforcement, but they even haven't provided the regular links. Therefore you have to consider, you have to keep in mind, there should be additional requirement for shear links for beam to beam joints. You have to provide the additional shear links at the primary beams that you have to follow during the construction. Here you can see they have not anchored the top reinforcement correctly. Only the top reinforcement have continued up to the columns, and beyond that they have not bend it into the column. That is a major issue in the construction, because when you have a beam connected to the column, there will be a hogging moment developed there. So if you have not provided the required anchorage length, there could be a failure of the column. In addition, you can see here the column reinforcement have not treated properly. If you are not continuing the column reinforcement, they should properly anchored into the beams. That also have not been done there. Therefore, there are a lot of issues in this reinforcement arrangement. These need to be corrected. These should be avoided. So therefore what you can do is get a proper advisor or proper supervision before doing the construction. We shall avoid these kind of errors during the construction. With that we end the today discussion. We today highlighted about major issues in slab construction. We hope that you learn or you get some idea about the areas where we need attention when during the construction of slabs. Thank you very much for watching our videos. Let's meet again from new video.